Hey, what's up, guys? Today, I've got something insane for you. I'm about to bust 11 crazy myths in Bloodstrike. And trust me, you do not want to miss this. Some of these myths will blow your mind, while others might make you question everything you know about the game. Buckle up because we're diving deep into the craziest Bloodstrike rumors and finding out what's real and what's total nonsense. We're so close to hitting 3,000 subscribers, guys. This is an incredible milestone, and it's all thanks to you. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's reach this huge goal as a team. First myth. What happens when two Volts use their skills at the same time? Alright, for those of you who don't know, when you use Volt skill on someone, it blocks them from using their abilities for a short time. Now here's the big question. What happens if two Volts use their abilities on each other at the exact same time? Well, we're about to find out. To test this myth, I teamed up with one of my awesome friends from Discord. By the way, if you're not part of the community yet, join us using the link in the description. So, we both picked Volt, ready to put this myth to the ultimate test. On our first try, my friend was just a split second too late with his ability, which meant it didn't work perfectly. But don't worry, we weren't giving up that easily. We tried again, but guess what? I forgot to hit the record button.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Anyway, after a few laughs and a bit of frustration, we made sure everything was set up properly for the final attempt. This time, we both activated Volt's ability at the exact same moment. And what happened next was absolutely insane. Both of us successfully used our abilities, which blocked each other from using any further abilities. But since the skills were already activated, they still went off. It was crazy to see and totally unexpected. So, after all that testing, we can confidently say this myth is confirmed.
That's a lot of damage.
Volt versus Volt at the same time? Something wild definitely happens. Second myth. You can emote while reviving your teammate. Alright, this myth definitely sounds interesting, but if I'm being honest, I was a bit skeptical. I mean, think about it. Reviving a teammate while pulling off an emote?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
That just seems way too good to be true, right? But hey, we're not here to assume. We're here to test it out. So, I grabbed my teammate, and after he got knocked, I started reviving him while attempting to use an emote. And guess what? It actually worked. I was able to pull off an emote while reviving. And the best part? The revival didn't even cancel out. I mean, how cool is that? Now, instead of just standing there awkwardly while reviving your teammate, you can bust a move and keep things interesting. This myth is 100% confirmed, and now you've got no excuse to be bored while reviving. Just throw in an emote and make it a show. Third myth. You can avoid flashbang white screen by opening the in-game leaderboard on PC in Squad Fight. So, here's the deal. If you've been grinding Squad Fight like I have, you already know the pain of those hard lobbies where everyone and their grandma is chucking flashbangs at you. It's honestly so frustrating getting blinded by that white screen every few seconds. I mean, how are you supposed to play when you can't even see? So, when I heard about this myth, I got really excited. If it worked, it could be a total game changer for me. To test it, I asked my friend to throw a flashbang directly at me. As soon as the flash grenade went off and my screen turned into a blinding white nightmare, I quickly opened the in-game leaderboard by pressing tab. And guess what? It worked. The white screen was completely gone, and I could see everything around me. Not only that, but I could still move freely. So, while the enemies think I'm stumbling around like a headless chicken, I'm actually running away like a tactical pro until the flash effect wears off. This trick is an absolute lifesaver, especially in those sweaty lobbies where people spam flashbangs just to mess with you. Huge shout out to whoever figured this one out. You, my friend, are a genius. With this, I can finally deal with those annoying flashes like a boss. This myth is 100% confirmed, and it might just be the best thing I've learned in Squad Fight so far. Fourth myth. Hank's turret can shoot through Ethan's shield. So, if this worked, it would be a disaster for Ethan mains. I mean, Ethan's shield is such a big part of his gameplay, and if Hank's turret could shoot through it, that would be a game changer. So, let's put this myth to the test and see what happens. I had my friend deploy Ethan's shield while I set up Hank's turret right in front of it. The turret started firing, and here's what happened. The shots were just hitting the shield and nothing was getting through. Ethan was completely safe behind a shield, while Hank's turret couldn't do anything to break through. So, this myth is officially busted. Hank's turret cannot shoot through Ethan's shield. Ethan mains, don't worry. You're still safe from those turret attacks. Fifth myth. You can land on a tree branch and shoot enemies. So, I dropped into Shutter Island, ready to test this myth. I headed straight for the first tree I could find. I landed on the tree, and to my surprise, I didn't fall right through it like I thought I would. No, you can actually stand on the tree. It's like finding your own little secret sniper perch, except, well, it's a tree. Now, I'm thinking, can we actually shoot from here? I don't have a sniper on me, but hey, I've got a handgun, so let's give it a shot. I spot a bot from the tree, and without hesitation, I start taking shots. And guess what? I was able to hit the bot from up there, without any issues. I didn't even need a sniper to take out a target from above. Just good old handgun skills and the perfect tree perch. So, yep, this myth is confirmed. You can definitely land on a tree and shoot at enemies from there. Sixth myth. There was a prone button in Bloodstrike during its early access. Alright, for those of you who didn't know, there was actually a prone button in Bloodstrike during its early access days. Yep, you heard that right, prone was a thing. You can even find old gameplay footage on YouTube where players were using it. But for some reason, the devs decided to remove it later on. No idea why, to be honest, but it was definitely part of the game at one point. Now, looking back, I don't really think anyone would be using prone too much in this fast-paced action game, but I can totally see how it could have been useful for those of you who love sniping from a distance. Imagine being able to lay down behind a small obstacle, giving yourself that extra advantage while keeping your head hidden. It would have been a solid move for those who wanted a more tactical approach, especially in those intense long-range fights. In my opinion, removing prone from the game wasn't such a great idea. It could have added a whole new layer of strategy. So yeah, this myth is confirmed. Prone was real, and it definitely had some potential for gameplay. Seventh myth. You can buy a purple shield in the first round. Just buy the blue shield. Then ask a friend to buy purple armor for you in 500 gold. So, according to this myth, you can actually use purple armor in the first round. Now, I've never seen anyone rocking purple armor that early in the game, so I was a bit skeptical. But hey, we're here to test myths, so let's give it a shot. Here's how it went down. I first bought blue armor, just like the myth said. Then I requested the purple armor. My friend bought it for me with 500 gold. And guess what? It worked. Just like that, I had purple armor in the first round. It wasn't that hard to pull off at all. Honestly, all you really need is a good friend who's willing to help you out with the purchase. And boom, purple armor, first round. So yeah, this myth is confirmed. If you've got a friend with a little extra gold and a willingness to help, you can totally get purple armor early on. Eighth myth. You can't see your teammates' gun skins. Alright, so this guy was claiming something pretty big like brothers out here spending real cash on skins, right? But if I can't even see those skins in the game, then what's the point of all that money spent? So, me and my friend hopped into a game to put this myth to the test. I pulled out my KG6, which I actually got for free from the Gold Stash. Yep, free skins, no complaints here. I was all excited to flex my shiny new skin. I looked over at my friend's POV, and guess what? He couldn't see my KG6 skin. It was just a regular gun to him. No special skin, no flashy design. And that really got me thinking, why even buy skins if you can't show them off to your teammates? People are spending a lot of money on skins, but if they can't show them to the squad, what's the point? So, after all that, I can confirm this myth is true. Skins don't show up for your teammates. It's honestly kind of disappointing, especially when you put so much effort into getting those cool skins. Ninth myth. You can go TPP in Bloodstrike. Step 1, get a SUV in Battle Royale. Step 2, get in and turn off your internet. Now wait until the vehicle disappears. Step 3, when disappears, turn on your internet. Step 4, then repeatedly tap the Get OU button. Alright, so people have been asking for TPP in Bloodstrike for what feels like forever, but the devs still haven't added it. So, when I heard about this myth claiming we could somehow switch to TPP, I got really excited. I mean, if this actually worked, it would make gameplay so much more fun and give us a whole new way to experience the game. But let's not jump to conclusions. Let's test it out. According to the myth, here's what you need to do. First, find an SUV in Battle Royale mode. So I did exactly that and got myself a nice, shiny SUV. Next, I hopped into the vehicle and turned off my Wi-Fi. I waited for the SUV to disappear, as the myth said it would. And as soon as it was gone, I turned my Wi-Fi back on and spammed the get out button like crazy. But when I finally got out of the vehicle, I was still in FPP. I thought, maybe I messed up somewhere, so I double-checked the steps and gave it another shot. This time, I made sure to follow everything perfectly. And guess what? It still didn't work. I tried it over and over again, thinking there had to be something I was missing. But nope. Every single time I was stuck in FPP. So, in my case, this myth just didn't work. I have to bust this one because no matter how many times I tried, I couldn't switch to TPP. But hey, if anyone out there has actually gotten this to work, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear if it's worked for someone else. 10th myth. You can fire a gun while using a zip line, jump and swap weapons and use zip line, and then aim. Alright, so I've been getting a ton of comments from people saying you can actually shoot while on a zip line. Now, if you've been following the channel, you'll know that we've tested this myth before, and back then, it didn't work. But this time, someone gave us a detailed set of steps that might just make it happen. Naturally, I had to try it out and see if this myth could actually hold up. Here's what I did. I followed the exact steps from the comments. First, I jumped, swapped my weapon midair, and at the same time, I grabbed the zip line. Right after that, I tried to aim and shoot, and guess what? Nothing. I couldn't aim, couldn't shoot, nothing at all. To make sure I wasn't missing anything, I didn't just try it once or twice. I tested it over and over again. But no matter how many times I tried, I couldn't get even the tiniest response to make it feel like this might work. So yeah, this myth is officially busted. You can't shoot while on a zip line, even if you follow those extra steps. But hey, I appreciate the suggestions. Keep them coming. And if anyone out there has managed to make this work, let me know in the comments. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But for now, this myth is a no-go. Finally, 11th myth. You can put a turret on top of a Jeep. Alright, this myth sounds amazing. If it works, we're basically turning an SUV into a fully mobile tank in Bloodstrike. Just imagine cruising around the battlefield with a turret on top, shooting everyone in sight while you drive. It would be absolutely insane. So, naturally, I had to test it out. First, I found myself an SUV and tried to place the turret on top of it. On my first attempt, it didn't work. On my second try, I managed to get the turret to stick to the top of the SUV, and I was hyped. Now, the big question, does it actually work? I drove around to find some enemies, and as soon as I got close to them, the turret came alive. It was shooting at enemies while I was driving the SUV, just like a proper battle tank. This was absolutely insane. Having a moving turret that shoots automatically while you're driving is next level gameplay. So yeah, this myth is 100% confirmed. You can turn an SUV into a mobile death machine with a turret on top. If you haven't tried this yet, go give it a shot. You'll feel like the king of the battlefield, rolling around and taking down enemies effortlessly. This is easily one of the coolest myths I've tested so far. And there you have it, guys. So, which myth shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you've got any crazy myths of your own, drop them in the comments too. I might just test them out in a future video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic Bloodstrike content. Until next time, peace out